Okay, so welcome to Core Blast. This one is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. It's our prenatal postpartum edition. So we're going to go right to the basics of the core breath, and we're going to give you through exercises that you can do in your first, second, third, and 8 weeks postpartum. So you can do the whole thing no matter what stage of pregnancy you're in. So, but you know, if you're a hardcore person with your core and thinking this isn't for you, just second guess. It's always good going back to the basics, always seeing when, that instructor says engage your core. Well, I'm going to go through in detail what that really means. So we're going to start with the core breath. Now, you're going to need some things for this one. If you have a stability ball, use that. If not, no big deal. Use a chair, right? And also what you'll need today is maybe a yoga block if you got that around. If you don't have a yoga block, roll up a blanket so you got something big to hold. And if you are looking for more, you can use your resistance band, okay? So let's get started with the first exercise. We aren't going to do really a warm-up today because you will get warm with the breath. These are going to be held 30 seconds with a 30 seconds rest. Same concept. So the core 4 breath, let me explain that to you. You're going to sit down on your ball. You're going to be nice and tall, lifting the chest. Make sure you got that nice posture. I'm going to have you putting one hand on the rib, one hand on the belly. And I'm going to teach you what it means with the core 4 breath. Now my little artwork over here, we're going to incorporate 4 of those deep muscles. Ignore the raining and everything. The multifidus, which is in the back, pelvic floor down below, the diaphragm, and the transverse abdominis. Those are known as your core 4. Now let's get started. Hand on the side, hand on the belly. Now when you breathe in, imagine the air is filling up your pelvic floor region. So your vagina is getting bigger, your anus is getting bigger, your abdominal wall, the air is coming up, it's getting bigger, expanding, your diaphragm's expanding. And then when you breathe out, you exhale, parse lips, right? And now everything's deflating. So everything's getting smaller. That cavity inside your belly is getting smaller. That vagina's getting smaller. And everything's getting tighter. That's engaged. Okay? So let's go through some breaths together. We're going to do 30 seconds of that. And you're going to think of that imagery that works for you. So one hand on the side, one on the belly. Now fill everything up with air. Like that big balloon you see out floating in the sky. So fill it up. Now exhale. Everything deflates. That balloon's deflating. You see it on the ground, lying in a field, deflated, and everything's together. Now breathe in. Exhale out. And exhale. Everything comes in tight, right? So if I throw a medicine ball at you right now, it's going to be nice and tight. Okay, so now we're going to rest for 30 seconds. I'm going to take you stay on your ball, grab your big blanket, or you can grab your yoga block. So this is called the seated ball pillow squeeze rotation. So if you got your big pillow or blankets or your yoga block, you're going to hold it out, and as you exhale, you're going to rotate to the left. So inhale, filling everything up, and exhale, feel everything squeeze in, and you're going to rotate as you exhale. Hold it. Now breathe in, come to the center. Everything's expanding. Now on the exhale, we're going to go to the other side. So we're going to exhale, keeping those shoulder blades in the back pocket. But that twist, you feel it, that transverse abdominis. Breathe in and come to the center. Okay, that is that exercise. So we are working a lot of those deep muscles that usually don't work, or they're active, but we're really focusing on them with the breath. The next one is the standing bird dog. Now, you don't want to be on all fours, especially if you're in the second, third trimester. You have a connective tissue in the center of your rectus abdominis. That's your linea alba, and you don't want that stretched, right? So when you have to have your baby, everything's going to come back to normal. It's going to stretch naturally, but you don't want to overstretch it by being on all fours. So let's get started with that standing bird dog. Heels are under the hips. You're going to lift the chest, and you're going to fill those lungs with air, and then you're going to bring out your right hand and left leg and on the exhale. So fill the lungs with air. Everything's filling up, expanding, and on the exhale, lift and do your bird dog, and let's hold it. Now inhale, bring it back in, and on the exhale, let's do that again. Squeeze everything together. So the anus is getting tighter, the vagina is tighter, the tummy's getting tight. Now breathe in, come back. Let's do that again. Exhale, engage, and hold it. Bring it in. And there you are. That's your bird dog on the one side. We're going to start on the other side. So again, you're going to make sure that everything, your heels are under your hips. It's a lot wider than you think it is, and maybe you can't see down there. I know, I've been there. So let's try this again. You're going to fill the lungs with air, and on the exhale, you're going to bring out your left hand, right foot. So let's prepare. Inhale, belly filled with air, diaphragm expanding. Everything's going sideways. Now exhale, and then you're going to hold it out. And I'm challenged on this side, so let's try it again. Inhale, and then exhale. Everything's engaging, and then you're going to hinge, hold it, and then breathe in. Come in. Let's do it again. It's slow and controlled. Prepare. Inhale. Now exhale. Everything's shriveling up inside, nice and tight. And you are done. That bird dog. So now we're going to repeat those 4 exercises again. So find your stool or your stability ball. You're going to choose whatever you need today. And you're going to sit. You got your sit bones connected. You're going to lift the chest, put one hand on the belly, one hand on the side, and let's see what it feels like. Okay? So take that deep breath in. Feel it from the pelvic floor filling up, the belly filling up. Diaphragm going sideways. Now exhale. Everything's caving in. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Feel those hands getting separated from the spine. Now breathe out. Pursed lips. Let's do another one. In. Make sure you don't get dizzy. And then out. And that's 30 seconds. That's what it feels like. So let's do the squeeze ball rotation. Now, if you don't have a yoga block and you're using a bunch of old quilts, maybe you quilted or someone gave to you, so you're going to roll it all up and you're going to hold this straight out. Now, you could put a weighted water bottle in here if you'd like to add a little bit more, but you are synchronizing the breath with the tension of the core 4. So let's bring that wrist in line with the shoulder. Inhale, prepare. Now exhale from the pelvic floor. You feel it getting really tight, and you're going to twist as you exhale. Bring it in. Inhale. Fill everything up, and on the exhale, other side. Feeling everything getting all tight. Inhale, bring it back to center. Good, and we're going to stop there. So let's put this down. We're going to need this later on, or some cushions too. So then let's get started with our standing bird dog. So you're going to stand heels under the hips. Remember the posture. You're going to be nice and tall, right? Relax the shoulders. Now let's fill up that core 4 breath. If you got to touch your belly, do it. Fill up sideways. Fill up that pelvic floor with air. Now hinge at the hips, the right hand, left leg up. As you're on the exhale. So you're exhaling and everything's coming together. Breathe in. Bring it back. Get set up. Let's do it again. Exhale. So everything's tight down below in that pelvic floor. Same with the navel, slightly drawing in. And then breathe in, expanding everything. So we're incorporating the breath with the exercise. So we're going to go to the other side. So it's going to be your left hand and right foot. So engaging means when you exhale, everything is coming together, okay? Okay, so let's take that nice deep breath in. Breathe. And then on the exhale, left hand, right foot out. Now you're not just emptying the lungs, you're emptying that whole midsection, your pelvic floor. Now breathe in. Get set up. Let's do it again. Breathe out. Exhale. There you go. The anus is getting tight here. The vagina is coming together. The belly is coming nice and tight. You got no air in there. Let's do one more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, engage, and do the movement. You'll find with that engagement of the core 4, you'll have a little more balance. Okay, so we're going to go on to set number 2. We're going to come down on the floor. Now keep in mind too, if you want to use your resistant band, you can. We're going to start with the clamshells. So when you come down on the floor, you're going to come to your knees, bring one hand down, come on your hip, and then make your way down. So with this exercise, you're going to cradle your head with your hand, or you can use your pillow. And you're going to make sure that your ankle is lined up with the glute. So you got a nice line in there. And with this exercise, when we breathe out, we're going to lift the knee up. And then inhale, bring it down. Okay? So let's synchronize the breath with it, the core 4 breath. So take that nice deep breath in. Fill everything up with air. And now exhale. Squeeze everything together. Get all that air out of there. Now breathe in, bring the knee down. Fill everything up with air again. And exhale. There. And just lift that knee up. Let's do it again. Breathe in. And then exhale. We are working the multifidus muscle also. That's all along the spine. Those little muscles, those little connective ones. We got lots. There's my little poster over there. We're going to do the other side of the clamshell. So get all set up. We're going to cradle your head down on the mat with your arm. You're going to look and make sure that that ankle is in line with the hip. Okay, slightly bend the knees. Now watch that you don't roll over again. So you want your hips stacked. So fill up the lungs with air. Now on the exhale, lift the knee up. Inhale, bring it down. Do this slow. Again. And exhale. Good work. Keep it up. Now you should feel it in the glutes, right? When you synchronize that breath in with the muscle, you just feel stronger, don't you? Okay? Use the hand that's here to bring you up. So we're going to start with our side plank. So you're going to, let's just stay on the side. So you're going to make sure that that elbow is directly under your shoulder. Again, we're going to bend the knees. You're going to make sure that your ankle's aligned with your hips. Being on the side is safe during whatever term you're in, postpartum. So on the inhale, let's prepare. Inhale, we're going to get started the work. And on the exhale, you're going to lift the hip up, and it might come out, right? So you got that nice line with the hip and shoulder. Inhale, bring it down. So let's prepare again. Inhale, fill everything up with air. Down south, you got the diaphragm, you got the abdominals. Now exhale, lift, big lift. You have the option to bring the hand up too. Hold it there, and then we're going to bring it down. Good work. Let's do the other side. So take your time coming to the other side. Make sure that that ankle bone is lined up with the glutes. So you got a nice line there, okay? You got the bend, hips are stacked, elbow under your shoulder. So we're going to do that again. So we're going to inhale and we're going to prepare. Fill everything up with air. And on the exhale, bring it up. It's like sucking up a blueberry in a straw, right? Bring it down. Exhale, inhale. Okay, and on the exhale, bring it up. Squeeze everything together. Engagement is the key to power. And then bring it down. By doing these exercises too, you'll recover quicker. Bring it up. And then down. You'll recover quicker, be stronger, because you have a lot of, and you know what? The body naturally adapts. It's wonderful. So let's go back to our clamshells. And if you want to use the resistance bands, you can. I'm going to do the modified today. Make sure your head's cradled under your arms. Don't fall asleep here. You will feel it in the glutes. So let's get ready. Fill up those lungs with air. Sideways, fill up the pelvic floor with air. Everything's expanded. Now exhale, lift the knee. Everything's coming together. And then inhale, lower, and exhale, inhale. And then when we, on the exhale, lift the knee. There, tightening up down below. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, bring it up. See, once you get the rhythm, you can go a little quicker. And then bring it down. Good work. Let's do the other side. So you're going to cradle. You're going to cradle your head on your hand. Make sure everything's lined up. Okay? Okay, doke. So there's my poster over there. So those are the 4 core muscles we're using. So let's prepare. Fill up. Starting from the bottom, filling up with air. The abdominals, diaphragm comes up. Now exhale, lift the knee up. Inhale, down. Exhale, bring it up. And then inhale, release. Let's do another one, getting quicker, aren't we? Prepare. You know, if you lose your track, stop, prepare. And then exhale. You know, and you're going to make this work for you because your inhales and exhales are different than mine. So you're going to put your hand down, bring yourself up. Because as that baby grows, it's, you know, there isn't going to be much room in the lungs. And that's okay, right? Because it's amazing how our body adjusts. So we're going to go right into the side plank. So your elbow is under your shoulder, okay? Make sure that ankle's lined up with the glutes. And so prepare. Fill the lungs with air. And exhale, lift. Inhale, down. You can have the hand up. Exhale, lift. A little tightening. You feel a little different. Maybe your technique needs to be fine-tuned. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure the hips are stacked. Bring it down. Focus on that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Good work. We're going to move to the other side. So make sure you're lined up. Take your time getting into any position. And you're going to make this breath work for you. So you're going to think pelvic floor, then you're going to think abdominals, transverse abdominis, then you're going to think the diaphragm, and then you're going to think the back, okay? So let's do that on the inhale. Think about those 4 things. Breathe in. Now exhale, lift. You can bring that hand up if you like. Inhale, down. Prepare again. Exhale, up. You're going to find your rhythm with this breath. So when you don't have to keep up with anybody. Inhale, fill everything up, and exhale. Good work, good work. We are on set number 3 now. We're going to do the side lying knee lift. Now, we're going to stay in this position on the mat, on the side, completely safe. And then we're going to cradle your head. Now, this one, it looks a lot like everything we've been doing. But this one, we're going to work the hips. So you're going to be lifting the whole leg up and then down. So you lift on the exhale. So let's prepare. Fill everything up with air. So pelvic floor, core, or the abdominals, sorry, diaphragm. Now exhale like you're sucking up a blueberry out of or your milkshake. And then inhale, bring it down. And exhale like your bike tire fizzling out, getting flat. Hey, everything's getting small like that bike tire. Inhale. There you go. Okay, let's go to the other side. So you're going to use your hand to bring yourself up. And I just have to face here, so that's kind of why I'm doing that. So take your time coming down. You may just roll over when you're at home. So cradle the head, make sure your ankle's in line, and we are going to do the same leg lift. And we're not going to mindlessly do it. You're going to really, on the exhale, think about the glute engaging as you think about your core. So prepare. Fill everything up with air. Exhale. And lift. Everything's getting tight. Now inhale. Bring it down. Okay, prepare and exhale. Imagine that bike tire is getting flatter. Everything's getting tighter. And then bring it down. Filling everything up with the inhale. Like a big, big ball. And then exhale. Everything's deflating. Smaller. And then bring it down on the inhale. Good work. Now our next one is our incline hip bridge. Now there's a reason why it's an incline hip bridge. So with the incline, I'm going to roll up. You might have one of those fancy yoga, I don't know what they're called, but they're like big pillows, right? Body pillows. Okay. So with this one, you need your heart a little bit higher, your chest higher, because you do got a major vein that's running from your heart to your lower body. And that's called the inferior vena cava. So you're going to come down, not on your microphone. There we go. So I'm slightly elevated. You might have some big cushions at home with your couch, that sort of thing. So your hands, you don't have to stress out because your joints are going to start getting a little more lax. So don't force anything. If your hands are farther away from your ankles, that's okay too. And so we're going to use the breath with the hip bridge. So let's prepare. So you're going to fill your pelvic floor with air, your abdominals with air, your diaphragm with air. And on the exhale, lift your hips up, creating the line. And inhale, bring it down. Okay, be gentle with the back. Let's try that again. Fill everything up with air. Exhale. Bring it up. You feel the drive into the heel. You still feel the same, but it might feel different down below. Now bring it down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's do one more. So let's prepare. Fill everything up with air. Now let's engage. Okay, so everything in the pelvic floor is getting smaller, right? And then bring it down gently. Good work. Okay, so roll over onto the side. Use your hand to push yourself up. We are now going to you can do a chair plank or a wall plank. So if you have the wall, you can do that too. But you know what? You might get too big for the wall plank. Nothing the matter with that, right? So I'm hoping you guys can see me with this chair plank. So with the chair plank, you have some options. You can bring one knee up at a time, or you can do one big lift and hold it, okay? So we're going to incorporate that core 4 breath. So let's take that nice deep breath in. We're going to get started in 4 seconds or whenever we exhale. So breathe in from the bottom, midsection, diaphragm. Now exhale, tightening everything up. tightening. Vagina is getting smaller. Your anus is smaller. Your core, your navel slightly drawn in. And then exhale. Bring it down. Let's do that again. Prepare. Inhale. So you're inhaling sideways, right? And exhale. Now the sideways is getting thinner, your chest. And then you're going to bring it down. Good work. Now we're going to do the side lying, knee bent, knee lift. We've done that before. So come on your knees, put your hands down, drop to the hip, right? Just take your time coming up and down. Okay, because sometimes you're not used to carrying 40 pounds everywhere, right? You just get stronger. So you're going to cradle your head again, and you're going to make sure your hips are stacked, ankles in line with the glutes. Now fill everything up with air, the core 4 regions, south to north. Now exhale, lift the whole leg up. Hold it there. That's to make it a little harder. Inhale, bring it down. Good job. Let's prepare again. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it up. Hold it. And then down. Good. Yes, we only did 2 reps. But they were 2 good reps, right? 2 good reps are better than 15 mediocre ones. So let's get down on the other side. Cradle the head. Make sure everything's lined up. Hip bones all stacked. Check. Yeah. So you know what to do to prepare now. Okay? Those 4, the core 4, those 4 regions. Pelvic floor. Fill it up with air. I like to think of a balloon. And then exhale. Bring the leg up. Hold. And then bring it down. Let's do that again. Let's prepare. Inhale. Everything's filling up like a big water balloon. And then exhale. Oh, that water's going out of the balloon. Okay. Inhale again. Lower. Let's do one more. Inhale. Now exhale. Lift. And then lower. Good job. Incline hip bridge. Now I'm sure that your couch cushion is way better than my setup here. So, but you get the idea, right? You need to be elevated for your safety. Okay, so when you come down on your back, you're going to come on your side first, and then you're going to roll over. So let's get started. You're going to bring those knees just outside of your hips. Okay? So let's take that nice deep breath in to prepare. Fill everything up with air. Exhale. Squeeze everything up to try to get that nice line. And then inhale down. Let's do that again. Let's prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Engage. Engage is that word. And down. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Prepare. Exhale. Engage. Inhale. Lower. Good work. Let's come up to the side. And we're going to go to our chair plank. Now, in the first trimester, you can get away with doing the plank, but there is that connective tissue right in the center. You don't want to overstretch that. You want to rock a bikini at age 50. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No. Oh, okay. But you'll rock one, I'm sure. So let's get ready. Let's inhale. Let's get everything together. Okay, this is our last exercise. Pelvic floor, filling up with air. Check. The transverse your abdominal wall, filling up with air. The diaphragm, filling up with air. Multifidus in the back. Feel it. Just imagine it now. Exhale. Lift. You can hold it. And now inhale, lower. Let's do another big lift like that again. And we can try to hold it a little longer. And you will breathe, right? You will exhale and inhale, but it's to get that feeling of what that engaged core feels like. So let's try it again. Inhale, and prepare. Now engage. There you go. And then you can lower slowly. Nice work. So I'm going to lead you through just one simple stretch, cat-cow. You can't go on all fours because, again, that connective tissue is in the center. So we'll do a cat-cow, nice stretch for the back on a chair. So you're going to imagine the core 4 breath again, filling everything with air. And then exhale, you're going to curl over. Okay? Do it again. Inhale. And then exhale. And there you go. You are finished. The Core Blast Prenatal Special Edition Postpartum. So again, this is not, it's for anybody. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, but this gets you connected to that core 4 breath, which you can incorporate throughout any exercise, you know, if you're going to do weights or more abdominals. Thank you so much for coming, and you have a really good day.